Located near the Georgia coast, home to the Army's Fort Stewart, the town of Hinesville is now on a list that will not be a source of pride. In an article titled "Cities Americans Are Abandoning," the website 24/7 Wall Street claims more than 7,000 people left the military town near Savannah between 2010 and 2017. Two other Georgia towns made the list. Macon, nearly 8,000 people moved away during that same time period. Albany, more than 10,000 people packed up and moved elsewhere during those 7 years. The article points out that each year, roughly 40 million Americans nationwide move from one city to another for various reasons, like job opportunities. Our 3 Georgia cities have hardly been abandoned. In fact, despite the 7,000 that left Hinesville, the town's overall population grew. Part of that is due to the city's 12,000 births over that 7-year period. Macon and Albany did experience a slight population drop during that time. Macon is still the 4th largest city in Georgia. Albany comes in at number 11.